Welcome to another edition of Inside the Film Room presented by Sharp. Bob Papa with two-time Super Bowl champion David Diehl. And David, you won 2 Super Bowls as a starting left tackle. So we're going to focus in on Andrew Thomas, who would love to win a Super Bowl one day, just like you did, and talk about his game this year.
I couldn't be more excited about the production and, more importantly, the strides that Andrew Thomas made this entire football season. You saw him set with a lot more confidence, with trust in his techniques and fundamentals while throwing his hands. But more importantly, we saw him go out there with a plan at that left tackle position, starting with this one up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, you see the Philadelphia Eagles are going to show like they're going to mug that linebacker up. So what is that going to do? That's going to take the chip off for Devontae Booker, who is in charge of that linebacker. But Andrew Thomas settles back, kicks with his fundamentals, doesn't get scared about the pressure coming up, and understands if I'm going to get beat, I'm going to get beat to the outside, but I'm going to maintain inside leverage. Now, with that set and with the confidence that he's getting right here, Sets has that inside leverage. You see him go with that physical punch, inside spin by Barnett. Doesn't bother him one bit. This is an area where you see him multiply with those hands, be able to anchor and sit back down and make sure that he gets that protection with no help.
And David, obviously you studied a lot of film in your day as a player. That's also film study because he knows, hey, Barnett in these kind of situations probably is going to want to try to give me a spin if you got him. So he was ready for it. It's almost like he knew, all right, I got you. Here comes the spin, and he just caught him.
And that's the whole point of that linebacker walking up. They want to take that chip help off because they want that one-on-one on the outside, thinking, okay, the inside linebacker's coming to the inside. I'm going to for sure get a pass rush to the outside. He was able to combat that move.
All right, let's take a look at him against Randy Gregory of the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going to take a look at him providing a good anchor.
So obviously we know that Randy Gregory is a premier pass rusher, very dynamic, and has the ability to convert speed to power. Right now, when you look at the Dallas Cowboys front right now, you can see both Randy Gregory and their wide 3 technique playing this 4-2-5 wide. They're going to be the penetrators. The left side are going to be the readers. That's something that's always built into Dan Quinn's system. They want to have gap control. They want to penetrate and get right into the lap of the quarterback. Watch the ability of Andrew Thomas to kick back and drop those hips. You see the hips drop, those hands get back, anchored back inside, and gives up 0 ground grudgingly. That is a sign of a left tackle that's confident with the set, throws his hands with inside leverage, but has the strength in his hips and his legs to really anchor down and hold at that point.
Because it really looked like Gregory was getting the upper hand on him, and then all of a sudden it was like, whoop, wall came in.
Exactly, and that's one thing when you have that size and that frame, and once again, Randy Gregory continued outside, and then when he converted it, he was sitting there just ready for it anytime it happened.
Diehl's all fired up. It looks like he wants to get out there and take a rep. All right, we have one more play here from Andrew Thomas, and this is him as part of the run game for the Giants.
Obviously, one-on-one, the whole point at this offensive tackle position is getting to that landmark. You want to stretch, and the one part where he needs to continue to work and get improvement, the inside arm and leg. The running back is aiming right at his inside hip. So with that, you got to understand that the minute that you make that contact at the line of scrimmage, you've got to tie these 2 things together. 1, 2, and they got to jam through the inside middle half of this defensive end so you can control them as the play is coming to them. Now you'll see he comes off, great explosion. You see the pop in his hips, the flexibility in his hips. You see the legs driving, but right here, where is that hand? Outside the framework, and that backside knee is trailing behind him. If he can bring that through that defensive end, this defensive end at the end of this play isn't going to be able to strip off, and he'll be able to press him vertically back upfield.
All right. Obviously, a lot of positive things in this 2021 season as Andrew Thomas completes year number 2 in the National Football League, but a lot of improvement, according to David Diehl, who would know a thing or two about it. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Inside the Film Room, presented by Sharp.